I tried out Sonic 2 Saturday morning. That could use some more work, to be honest. Check out Turbo Outrun. I definitely want to play this update of Sonic 3D Blast, as well as, like, Sonic 3 Complete would be nice. I'm gonna check that out. Gives me an excuse to replay Sonic 3. What is it? It's Sonic 3, but with bug fixes. Basically, that's kind of what I want. Sonic 3 Complete. Game menu, sure. Gameplay options. Zone order. Here we go. So you get original design. Before they had to split the game into 2 games, so I'm gonna go with original design. We're gonna go with prototype flying batteries so that it's nighttime. Original level well, what do we got? Okay, original then. Knuckles layouts. Recommended, I guess. Casual gameplay? Nah. I can tell. I guess that's just like the level layout. Super controls. Multi-button? Original. Alright, multi-button. And super cancel? That'd be nice. Controls and abilities. Sonic 1. Oh my god. Sonic CD. Sonic CD 2011. Wait, what is Sonic CD 2011? Max control. This is max control. What is that? That sounds cool, whatever that is. Tails assist on Sonic 1 2013. The hell is Sonic 1 2013? What is that? What is control abilities? Max sounds cool. Does that mean I get the super spin out or the thing from Sonic CD? Because if that's the case, I want max controls. What else we got? Sonic CD 2011. Sonic CD. What is 2011 Sonic CD? What? Man, I guess I just don't know much about the Sonic hacking community, do I? Sonic Tails Assist. Sonic 3. Okay. What is Sonic 1 2013? What is that? Alright, max control. Yeah, sure. That sounds cool. That sounds like what we want. Music options. Music playout enabled. Well, I definitely want the music on. Theme control, always menu chooses. Event control, always menu choices. What are my options? Pick by game, pick by zone, pick by character. Always menu choice? That's the default. Zone music options. Carnival Night. Oh, well, Carnival Night original sucks because I just recently played it. Ice Cap original. Let's go with the new one. I'm pretty sure that the new ones are better than the old ones. Sonic 3C, what is that? Full Zone Medley. Sonic and Knuckles. Okay. Super theme. What was it? Special theme. Fast zone music. Special theme, right? Can I hear the special theme? No. None of the buttons allow me to do that. Theme event music options. Sure, why not? Main theme, Sonic 3. Extra Life, Sonic 3. Game over. Wow. What are my options here? Sonic and Knuckles? Oh my god. There's so many options here. Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3 Sonic Collection, Sonic 3 Original, or Sonic and Knuckles. Fade before act results. No. Oh, you know what? Yeah, sure. Resume music after zone ends. On level restart. Continue music. There we go. Like that. Okay. Alright, hopefully I didn't make the game shitty. Let's play some Sonic 3 Complete. Get over there. I might switch back to my original Genesis controller. Like, I like this controller. The D-pad, though, is like... I don't think the D-pad's a problem, I just think where it is a problem. Alright, so... Okay, so we got everybody. Volume's not too loud. Do this. Okay, well, so far it's roughly the same game. Alright, but do I have the peel out? No, I don't. What? Get over there. Ah. Oh, okay. I can test this out. Alright, this works pretty nice. Yeah, this ain't bad. Oh, I do have it. Oh, and it is the Sonic CD1. Fantastic. That's all I care about. That's perfect. I think I can also do stuff like change the sprite, but I think I have to do that with like a ROM hack of some sort. Like I kind of like, we'll keep the Sonic 3 look. Alright, this is when the D-pad's gonna screw me over. It's in this bonus crap. I don't have to collect all the rings, I just feel compelled to do so. Oh god. Alright, hold on. I really gotta get the angle. Oh. Okay, never mind. I was gonna have to jump. I didn't notice that was the last one I needed. Ah, it's a little too hot, but okay. So, I don't know where all the big rings are in other levels, but I pretty much know where they are here. Because what I would do is beat the game, and then just go back to the first level, and then get all the Chaos Emeralds in the first level. Or at least, that's the only ones I remember. I don't really remember where the other ones are in the other levels. But I think there's like, in the first world or zone or whatever, you can get like 6 Chaos Emeralds, and then you just get the second one. That's if you, like, accomplish all of the, like, you don't fail on any of them. Which, I don't know if I'm good enough to do anymore, but at least give it a try. I'm sure I'll miss some, like, it's okay, I'm not really after the Supersonic. Oh. Okay, so I need 42 for a continue? Alright, sure. Actually, I feel like this is a waste of my time. I'm just gonna leave. As trippy as the level looks, I'm just gonna leave. I've done that too many times. $87 blue balls. Gotta make that turn. Oh, it might be this one. This might be the last thing. No, there's still some more. Perfect. Up there. Oh wait, I think the other thing I do is now his shield will deflect projectiles. So let's test that. Oh, nice. Nice. Can I break that? Nope. Like a Knuckles thing, you can break that rock over there. Oh, this boss can't even hurt me. Oh! Alright, I got another fire shield. Actually, very important in this level. Considering that fire is probably what you're going to be dealing with. Oh, wait, what? Oh, crap. Alright. Survived it. So when I was a kid, like, and I was able to do all these bonus levels, I would employ a pause trick, because you know you could just pause the game, right, and then like keep pausing it. That way you can think. I don't think I need to do that now, but that was pretty much the only way I could pull it off. I might still do it though, if the layout becomes really confusing. So far, as far as I remember, like the first couple ones are pretty simple. There's no like big trick to them. You don't have to do like any big jumps. Nothing silly. Just don't hit any red balls. But it shouldn't block you off from anything. Later on, they get a little trickier with like super jump stuff and other weird crap. But the first couple are kind of basic. Like, they're really hard to mess up. You just gotta usually you're going in the right direction and there's more blue balls and you just keep going. There's no way you can really trap yourself or get confused. Later on, though, yeah, it gets confusing. I didn't want to go all the way back. Oh my god, I'm gonna go all the way back. Alright. Let me see. So, wait, I'm able to, like, jump right after the spin dash? Whee! Oh, my fire shield's gonna go if I hit the water, yeah. Got the bubble shield. One of the things I loved about Sonic 3 was the shields. Because I felt like Sonic didn't really have any abilities. I mean, Tails could fly, yeah, sure, he didn't. He was slower, but, you know, he had a better, like, ability. Sonic being able to use shields, now that was something cool. How do I access? There we go. that's kind of neat. Before you had to use your second controller to do the Tails flight thing, whereas now I can just use one controller and just have him access the flight. Maybe I'll go for a shield. Oh, never mind, it's this one. I think you gotta have like 50 rings for the better bonus level. Oh my god, why did you glitch out like that? That was the reason why I died too, is because it glitched out. I feel like there's a big ring down here. What's up, Gingivitis? How you doing? How's your morning going? Oh no, wait, there's this shield. This shield's pretty cool. Though it goes away when you hit water. I think there is a ring down there. I'm gonna go. Might as well, right? You gotta get this out of the way anyways. A bubble shield. You literally just woke up? Yeah, I've been up for like a couple of hours. I slept in. Supposedly I should wake up like way earlier, but I slept in for like 6 hours. I'm supposed to wake up at like 9 p.m. to go to work, but tonight was my day off, so I slept until 3. And then I made lasagna. And then I decided to stream, because why not? Crap. For some reason I've been feeling like playing Sonic 3, but I heard about this Sonic 3 hack that fixes some bugs, adds in some music that was added in other Sonic compilations, because some of the music in Sonic 3 kind of sucks. Specifically the Carnival Zone, it really sucks. Like, so I can see why they changed that in later releases. As well as it gave me the Sonic CD peel-out move, which, you know, I like that. Oh, is it the stupid... Yeah, I'm not wasting my time. That's not like you get anything, you don't get a shield, you just get continues. Because the carnival music in original Sonic 3 is basically a variation of the typical and it just gets so annoying after a while that you're like, I just gotta end this level, like, fast. The new one, I can't be any worse. It can't, no, there's no way. Also, this one allows me to play the game as originally intended before they had to make it 2 games. So that means that the levels should flow the way that they were supposed to flow back in the old days. Oh, I can get a hit in. Oh, no, it's too late. I just remembered, it's like, oh, I could hit him right now and get a free hit in, but... There goes the speed run. There goes that. Someone's like, silly, that's not how you speedrun this game. You glitch the boss so that you can just walk past him, duh. I don't know if that's true or not. I have no idea. But we saved Flicky. Tails died off screen, though. He'll come back, he always does. Go get him, Tails, you can fly. Oh, this is a Michael Jackson track. Pretty sure he did the Hydro City level. got the bubble shield. We're safe. Wow. The bunny's gonna drown though, the one that I just saved. Like. Woo. Oh no! My goodness! White? What is the white bonus level? Oh, it's okay. This one you can, like, actually get stuff like shields and 1-ups fairly easily. Okay, electric shield. Actually, the bubble shield. I already got the best shield, so it's like maybe I shouldn't try to get any shields. I mean, the best shield for this level. Ideally, I like the electric shield the best, because then you can get rings without even trying. That was a nice glitch. Alright, is there Chaos Emerald ring? Nope. That's my big weakness. I used to have the Game Pro, SWAT Pro thing, like, booklet, that had basically a screen cap map of all the zones, so I knew where all the gold rings were, so I could just go get them. And then I could be supersonic in, like, 3 levels. Tails is gonna drown, that's alright. Oh shit, now I'm gonna drown. That's not alright. Well, like I said, no biggie. What will happen is if I beat the game, I'll just go back to the levels where I know the rings are and just keep going into the same rings. Until I get all the Chaos Emeralds anyway, so it's not a big deal. I like the 3D water effect they had going on there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're getting trickier now. Still straightforward though, I don't think I can get lost. Oh, wait, no. Now, yeah, now it's a bitch. That always messes with me, man, when they do that. Alright, 1. I'm missing 1. It's probably one of those ones you have to jump for. There it is. Four out of 7. We're halfway there. Whoa! The washing machine boss. Oh, I can't do the awesome, like, speed underwater. I like the Michael Jackson scream. Oh shit, I'm gonna drown. There we go. Then we drown here, like, while the points are being tallied up. The wall doesn't move? Okay, there we go, that's right. I was like, the wall totally moves in this level. Oh, wow, okay. I like the clever use of springs to slow you down. Jaws music? That might be intentional. Let's burn out. Woo! Ah, I hate that guy. I like how he hits you and then runs away. Well, it's platforming I'm not gonna do. Like, I'm not doing that platforming, screw you. Oh, no, 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 that spring's not gonna get me to do that platforming either. I'm just gonna go up this elevator thing. Get to see Sonic from all angles. There's definitely a room down there. This is how do you get it? That's the question. I guess you can't. Oh, I can't do anything while I'm... I lost all my rings. Got some slowdown because of all the sprites from me losing rings. I love the scrolling in the background too, like... Oh, come on. Get over here. There's like so many layers of it going on back there. Oh, wow, wow! Well, okay. Wait, 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 we gotta get up there. Come on, Tails. Alright, land. Let's do this. Oh, there we go. Let's get up there. Another Sonic hack that I might check out, which I haven't installed, is Sonic Heroes Classic or whatever. That one looks pretty neat. I don't think there's new levels. I think it's just like... It's basically just Sonic 2, but with like 3 characters. Oh, it's this boring-ass bonus stage. I'll play it once and then I'll leave. Like a real casino. Like, I'll play your slot machine once, but then I'm out. Or a claw machine in an arcade. Like, I'm not gonna spend more than like one token on that, sorry. I just want to leave. There we go. Oh man, now I gotta wait. Well, maybe I can bounce high enough. Look how suicidal Tails is. We'll run right into spikes. He doesn't care. Oh, here comes Knuckles again, that sneaky bastard. It was supposed to be like a big deal in this game, and it's like, can we play as him? Nope. Like, oh. So, what do we do about it? He just kind of shows up and messes with Sonic. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, there goes my shield. I mean, like, yeah, in Sonic and Knuckles you can play as him. The expansion pack. I think what I do is I use these explosives to jump higher. Yeah. Then I can hit him. Or hit him when he comes down, too. That works. Unless Tails hits him, thus making him invincible so that I go through him and then get hit. Thanks, Tails. I missed another one? I probably did. Oh, I mean, oh, you mean that bonus stage from that? Yeah, no, I didn't want to deal with that. I already had a shield, so... I only do those bonus stages for shields. I don't really care about rings or lives. There we go. Now, there, beautiful. Save the bunnies and the seals. Bunnies are they're an aquatic animal, in case you didn't know. That's why you save them here in the aquatic zone. Marble Garden. Sounds like, Toe Jam and Earl. And again, a lot of funky stuff sounds like that on the Genesis, doesn't it? So, I guess it's because I grew up watching the cartoons, but like, the thing about Sonic with me is that every time I see him, like, his voice in my head is always Jameel White, you know, Urkel from Family Matters. Like, and that will always be his voice. Like, I don't care what voices they use for him later on. Even Mario's the same way. Like, the voice I remember is Captain Lou Albano and his Brooklyn Mario. Gotta get some chili dogs. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Nights? Nights is pretty good. I want to play the Christmas Nights, but I guess I should wait till Christmas, huh? You know, they made a sequel for that on the Wii. I've been meaning to pick that up. It's only like 20 bucks. What, the live-action Sonic? No, I haven't seen it. Is it on Netflix or Amazon? I mean, I've seen the DVD or the Blu-ray in the you know, the store I work at, but it's like 20 bucks, and I'm like, no way. Well, which dude from Parks and Recs? Is he played by Ron Swanson? I'll totally watch it then. Oh, you own it. Fair enough. Does the Blu-ray come with anything special? Like, you know, like behind the scenes or commentary or something? Like, it's 20 bucks. You know, I could buy Nights for the Wii for 20 bucks. Oh, you own the Wii one. Ah. Speaking of, like, Sega games that are on Nintendo consoles, they released Panzer Dragoon on the Switch for, like, 20 bucks. But I think it's gonna be, that would be fun. But I think it's gonna be on Steam, so I'm not gonna get it. Or I might get it if I get really bored. Because I'd rather get the Steam version of it, you know, because they've done that before with games on the Switch where they're like, oh, it's Switch exclusive, you know, like Blaster Master or Octopath Traveler, and then like a year later it comes out on Steam and you're like, oh, well, I should have just got the Steam version. Gene Raffio? Wait, the annoying guy is Sonic? The guy that's like the young hip aide to like the mayor or whatever, or you know, he created Roomba Bot. Oh shit, DJ Roomba? Ah! Go, look at that. Now, I might not actually win this now. This is when it starts to get like, requires practice. Because it's not as straightforward. Because now you gotta do these jumps. Because the people who make Sega game or Sonic games are sadistic bastards. But then again, the reward for doing this crap is pretty awesome. You get to become Super Sonic, and he's practically invincible. I mean, like, not only is he invincible, well, you get the real ending up to the game, first off. But, you know, usually I don't care much for real endings, but giving me an invincible character for going through all this crap is definitely, like, a plus. Another game I want to play, because I bought a new controller for the N64, I bought that Brawler controller. Oh, it's Tom's friend? Oh. Is the Banjo-Kazooie games. I've never played them, like, ever. I fired them up to check them out, but I never, like, sat down and played them. Alright, we're missing 9 balls. I'm gonna keep going this way. Alright, so I'm gonna guess they're over here. I can't go that way. That looks like a path. Oh shit, no it isn't. See what I mean? Like, that's what trips me up about the later stages, or the later special stages, is like, unless you memorize the layout, you know, you gotta have like a plan on how you're gonna get all the balls. Because Because obviously there are some that are easier to get before it speeds up. Oh no. I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. I'm gonna guess this way. Probably not. Well, there's a spring here, but it could just be one of those springs to screw you over. No, it looks like this way. Definitely the way. That's the thing that I find interesting about Sonic 3 levels, or Sonic levels in general, is that, like, they don't seem like you're going anywhere, right? They seem like a mess, but they're not. I never really get lost in them too much, like, if they're designed well. Unlike games like Earthworm Jim, where it's like, where the fuck do I go? What the hell do I do? Where the level design is kind of a little too open-ended, you know, like, I feel like Sonic games do a good job of feeling open, but still being, like, linear enough that you're like, okay, so I just go this way. Or, like, Aladdin on the Genesis, that's kind of the same thing. It's like, the level just, you just get lost, and you're just like, what the hell do you do? Not that it doesn't happen in this game, but either that, or maybe I just played this game enough to kind of get a feel for it. Oh god, that could have killed me. It's like a mid-boss. Gotta avoid the spikes. The rocks are okay, it's the spikes I gotta worry about. Here it comes. Aladdin. Both of them are pretty. Actually, like, almost all Aladdin games are good. The Master System one's really good. The Game Gear one, which is just the Master System one as well, really good. The Super Nintendo one, like, is solid, and the Genesis one is solid. And the best part is they're all different games. So it's not like you're just playing the same game, but, like, you know, ported down or whatever. Eat that honey bun. Oh wait, let me drink a little bit more of this. Alright. Sonic's getting impatient. Aladdin, I believe, was on the Genesis, was one of the most sold games on the Genesis. So it's one of those games that's, like, fondly remembered by the majority of people, because the majority of people played it. And it makes sense, because graphically it's kind of amazing, like, because all the sprites were done by Disney animators, and then they kind of, you know, scaled them down to work on the Genesis. And it was made in, like, a very short time, too, like something ridiculous, like six months or 8 months or something. I think, didn't the Aladdin game get released on Steam? Like, both of them, the Super Nintendo one and the Genesis one, but they didn't add the Master System one, so I don't feel like that's a real complete collection. Because I think the Master System one's a really good Aladdin game. I mean, for what the Master System can do, like, it's not, oh my god. Oh, on the Super Nintendo, the Batman, the animated series? Have you tried the Genesis one? That one's a bitch. Like, that one's amazingly hard. It's like 4 levels, but they're super long, and they take... Oh my god, it's a good game, though. But it's 2 players, so it's like, you know, if you got a buddy... I cannot get past this! Another good Batman game is actually Batman Returns on the Game Gear or the Master System. Like, that's way better than the Genesis version of Batman Returns. Batman Returns on the Sega CD is pretty nice, but only if you play the car levels. There's also the Batman on the Sega CD that has an exclusive episode that was only made for the Sega CD from the animated show. It's like Poison Ivy and, like, Harley Quinn do something. I gotta get this altitude, but it's like, it's gotta be... Alright, I think I got it. Oh my god. This sucks. Ah, why? I was praising Sonic level design, and then I got here. And then it's like, you know what, never mind. Like... I got to this part where you gotta, like, go low enough to avoid that thing, but also gain altitude so you can get up. And then you don't want to overshoot it, because then you're just screwed. Alright, oh, there we go, good. Gonna look at Aladdin real quick? Alright. Ah, why? You get one ring, Tails, that's all I ask. Oh my goodness. Wow, we're... Okay, no rings. Oh, never mind. Hey, what's up, Blakis? Really? Are they that expensive, both of them? What's up, Haziana? That's kind of nuts. Wait, that has to be both combined, right? That can't be like each individual game, because that's crazy. The Lion King one, like, what is that? It's just the Super Nintendo version and the Genesis version, which I think is pointless because the Genesis version and the Super Nintendo version are the same game. Except the Genesis version is better than the Super Nintendo version. So it's kind of like, why would you want to play the inferior Super Nintendo version of the game? It's not like Aladdin where they're like two different games completely. One being made by Capcom, where there's a lot more platforming, and another one being made by Sega, which definitely looks better. Level design is but at the same time though, it's like, there's a lot of fun to be had in it. I mean, there's the carpet ride level, there's the In the Lamp Genie level, which is kind of funny too because there's like a Genesis in the background. Yeah, that's extremely pricey. I would figure that they would be like 10 bucks at most each, so like if you were to buy both, it would be 20 bucks. And like I said, The Lion King isn't even two different games. Like... And then the Aladdin collection misses the Master System version of Aladdin. Which, you know, I feel like if you're gonna call something a collection, why not have the Master System and the Game Gear version as well? Like, you know, be truly complete. Just emulate them. That basically. Unless you want the achievements. Like the Steam achievements or whatever. Oh, thanks, Tails. Good job. So I think they also add some features like, you know, like they did with the Disney Afternoon collection where you can fast forward and rewind and stuff. But then again, you can just do that in an emulator using save states, so... Oops. But I also feel like that's more for like people that own like a Switch or like a PlayStation or something, you know, and so they want to play those games on that system. How do I get out of here? They didn't even optimize them. That's probably true. That's usually what I hate the most about when they re-release old retro games, is like, number one, they don't port them, they just use an emulator, and then sometimes they make really bad decisions with the emulation. A good example would be the SNK or the Neo Geo collection on PS2, as well as like some of those arcade collections on the PS2, which have really awful interlacing. Where they took games that were scaled at 240p and then scaled them to 480i. There's like they look blurrier. And there's just bad interlacing going on all over the place. Like everything looks ghosted. It's like they made the games worse. And it's like, really? Yeah, so when it comes to that, it's like, you know what, I might as well just use an emulator to play this crap, because then, like, at least I can change the settings to what I want. You know, scan lines, no scan lines, native resolution, stuff like that, right? Personally, I hate scan lines, but, you know, that's me. I know some people like the scan line look. Speaking of emulators, at some point I'll get MAME, play some arcade games. Ideally, though, the best way to do, like, old school games, and this is what they used to do, is they actually ported the game to the system. You know, like the arcade collections on the Saturn, right? Those are all, like, ports. So they work pretty damn well, and there's no emulation problems with them. But apparently now, I guess people are just too lazy to make an actual port of a game. They'll just like, we'll just plug in an emulator and play it. And when they do that, like you know how they made the new Secret of Mana game? Trials of Mana, and how it's translated? For the Switch? Apparently, the Switch is just using a Super Nintendo emulator, because the ROM is there, and people like, hack the ROM. Oh, which one? I assume you mean the one with the joystick where you fight Darth Vader? That's a pretty good Star Wars one. Yeah, I want to, like... The sad part is some arcade games are just, like... You can't play, like House of the Dead, you know, you need a gun. I mean, you can play with the mouse, but, like... Oh, yeah, this is way better Carnival Night music. Before, it was like... And it was just, like... Just so aggravating. Alright, here's a secret with these barrels. You can control them with the up and down button. Which I didn't know the first time I played this. Like, cause I was playing Sonic 3. Like the normal Sonic 3, not this one. But, and I got stuck at the barrels, and I'm like, how the hell do you use these things? Cause I thought maybe it was like a jumping thing. Like, you have to jump when they're down. It's like, no, you just use the up and down button. Yeah, Sega made that one. That Star Wars arcade game. That would be pretty fun to emulate. A lot of Sega games I'd like to check out, especially their 3D stuff and their super scalar stuff. Mainly stuff that never got ported to a home console, you know, so not really Virtua Fighter or any of that, but like the stuff that was just only in arcades. It's amazing they never like released Star Wars Arcade for the Dreamcast. That would have been sweet. Because I'm pretty sure that Star Wars Arcade works on the Naomi board, which was Sega's arcade board that was just a Dreamcast with more memory. They did that so that they could port the games from the Dreamcast to the arcade and vice versa really easily. I might be wrong, it might be a Model 3 board. The one that Virtua Fighter 3 uses, but I kind of feel like it's a Naomi board arcade. Now, speaking of, like, Sega consoles, what I'd like to see is people, like, you know, homebrew people take those arcade games that were built on basically a Saturn and a Dreamcast, you know, like the Naomi board, for instance, right? And port those over to the Dreamcast. The ones that never came out on the Dreamcast. Same thing with the Saturn, because there was a arcade board of the Sega Saturn. And there's a couple of games on there, and you can tell it's definitely a Sega Saturn running it. But it never came out on the actual system itself, and it's like, I feel like it would be really nice if someone ported that over. I'm not going for that bonus level. I still haven't even looked up if there's a gun for the Dreamcast, like an official gun. So that I could play House of the Dead 2. I know there's... Oh, man, I went all the way back here. Oh, that sucks. I don't know. Now I'm lost. Now the level kind of blends together. Alright, okay. Now I know where I am. Damn it, Tails, you're ruining this. Here, just fly me out of here. Oh, crap. But then again, HG Retrovision still has not made the component cables for the Dreamcast yet, so... Until they make that, we're not gonna see any Dreamcast streams. Because I really want those component cables. The moment they actually make it, I'll get them. And then we'll have some Dreamcast going on. We'll play some Daytona. What is it called? Jet Set Radio, Space Channel 5. Maybe Shenmue, maybe. I remember really liking Shenmue. The problem with trying to play it on the Dreamcast, though, would be to try to, like... Because I obviously want to play the sequel to it. And... Oh, it's a different level. And it would be nice if I could play the sequel... Oh, why did I do that? Using the save game from the first game. But the way to do that is I basically have to, like, replay the original, but it has to be the European version, so I could play the sequel using the same save file. Alright, this one's not too tricky. Basically what I gotta do is just not get all the blue squares. Or, I mean, not the blue squares. All the blue spheres. When I do that. That way I can go between the zones. And it marks where I've been. Alright, that's blocked off. It's all red. Oh no! Oh, that was close. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh, why? Ah, this D-pad. Well, I screwed that up royally, but that's okay. I go up or down? Let's go up. Up seems like the right spot. Maybe not, I don't know. I know I hate this level. I know that much. Too many gimmicks for my taste, you know? Perfect. Okay. Don't. So the deal with this guy is he shoots like a thing, and only he can hurt himself. So basically, just wait around for him to kill himself. As far as I know, I can't really influence this that much. I mean, I can jump on this thing. Oh, well, maybe not. Holy crap! Do I hit it? Okay, that's what I do. All right. I guess I do influence it a little bit. Back in the day, those awful cans, were they Chef Boyardee? Because I know at the grocery store I work at, there's like Mario Brothers Chef Boyardee. It's probably the exact same stuff, just different shapes. Oh, there we go. I don't know, I know like some people like the casino zones and Sonic games, but I'm not a big fan of them too much because they always involve stupid gimmicks like slot machines or flippers, you know, and it's like, if I wanted to play crappy pinball, I'd play Sonic Spinball, thank you very much. I wonder if there's a patch for Sonic Spinball to make the pinball better. It probably is, because, like, I feel like that game would be okay if the pinball physics were just a little bit better. Alright, okay, I got Tails to Fly, which makes this way easier now. Because you just... Oh, okay, well, I can just get Tails to... Ah, why Tails? Oh, at least it drops down. Oh, Tails brought it back. Good. Oh, alright. Ah! I gotta get the timing on this. On the Tails fight. If he can get over here. I guess not. Alright. Too much to ask that Tails can get over here. Like, Sonic's very patient, though. Oh, good. Tails is here now. Great. Let's just get out of here. Oh, a cannon. Woo! Any big giant ring? You know, I really like the design of this clamshell guy. I mean, look at him. Look at his eyes. He looks like he's seen some shit, man. He's got a cannon in there, too, so he's packing heat. That's how paranoid that clam is. Where am I going? Let's go this way. Okay. There's also a Biggs the Cat mod for Sonic 3. I didn't get it, because I hate Biggs the Cat, but, you know. You turned off the lights? That's it? Okay. Am I supposed to be afraid? Is this like a Scooby-Doo episode now? Ah, why? Why put that there? Would have, indeed. Robotnik's main scheme of taking over Carnival Land. With this pointless robot designs, you know, like clamshell with a gun. Oh, but then is it like, didn't the movie go into detail of like why he turns shit into robots? Like he makes a roboticizer or something and that turns animals into robots, even though they make no sense. I like how there's like, when you think about old school Sonic in the 90s, it was much darker. The idea of like Robotnik came and took all of Sonic's animal friends and turned them into robots. Made sure they had a life of slavery as Robotnik's drones. I guess they were like, oh, that's too dark. We gotta make Sonic, like, you know, more kid-friendly, so let's give him a live-action princess romance. Ah. Because I think that's what was clearly missing from Sonic was romance. We needed to have that. That was important. And then time travel, that's also important. That's a key element of Sonic. Woo! And for those that don't get it, like, no, they've done that with Sonic, apparently. It's kind of weird. It's, like, really weird. Actually, the time travel's not that weird. I guess I was in Sonic's CD, so it's not really, like, a brand new idea. Oh, I turned on the lights. Alright, good. Carnival World is saved. You know, I don't really want it, damn it. I'm just gonna quietly object. There we go. Or quietly abstain. That's what I did. Yeah, this part here. See, before I knew that you could control the barrel with the directional pad, I just got stuck here and I was like, how the hell do I go? Like, what do I do? It's like, no, you press up and down on the D-pad. Not the best mechanic. I'm sure it's explained in the manual, but who would have read that? So that makes it more like a vehicle than a platform, because you kind of have control over it. Oh, I can't spin dash. Alright, I gotta burn out for this. I'm guessing this is the right way. Yeah, that's the right way. We're good. I don't know how I'm supposed to get up there, though. I think Tails screwed me by popping that one balloon. That's okay, I can use Tails' flight if I can get over to the right somehow. There we go. Okay. Dang it. Alright, okay. Ah! Is it up and jump? It's up and jump. Okay, is there a thing? Yep. And if they would just let me do the same level again, it's like, no, here's a new level. You know that strategy that you had for that one level you just played? Yeah, well, screw you. Here's a brand new one. Enjoy. Like, oh, well, great. So this one seems a little easier just because I can, like, open passageways. Alright, 10 more. Well, at least there's no time limit. I thought I saw some blue. Did I see blue? There's no map? Okay, there's some blue. Alright. Oh, what? What is happening? God! Urgh. At least I get to go right back here. So, like, had I not failed the last three, I would have had Supersonic by now. We would have had, I guess I'll see if I can get a shield. Because that was enough rings to get him, I'm pretty sure, right? That was... I got through 7 rings. Fire shield. That's all I care about, so I'm just gonna fail this. If I can. There we go. Turn my fan. I gotta get another fan for this room. Like, that way I have 2 fans. Though I did get a pretty quiet fan. The fan I had before was like so loud. This one's like much more quiet, so. Though it's a comfort zone, I'm definitely buying that brand again. Oh, of course. Now can I hit it? Alright. Tails can. You can kind of glitch it. He's creating some kind of quantum singularity. Oh, why? I'm still gonna hit him, man. I'm gonna get the ring. So, I believe after this level is the fortress level. Even though originally that wouldn't be the case, but before the, like, in the prototype, that's what it was. I want to touch the orbs. Oh, no, that's the worst place I could go. Oh, we couldn't get them. Alright. I'm gonna be patient, because 1 hit, 1 kill here. I got no more rings, so... I always liked how in Sonic games, though, you could, like, get multiple hits in on the boss, if you just went for it. Here goes. There's the fortress. And it's nighttime because it was nighttime in the last level. Normally when you play this level on normal Sonic 3, it will be daytime. Because it comes in like way later in the game. But originally it was intended to be right after the casino zone. Is there nothing over there? I do like the robotic mice. That's pretty neat. That's kind of cute. Still makes no sense, like all of Robotnik's robots, but still. I was hesitant to do that just in case I got killed. Alright, let's see. Is there a thing? Yep. I already got a fire shield. We're good. Ooh. Oh, I guess I'll go back. Is it still there? Nope. Oh no, enemies! I released the squirrel. Now what's in the mouse? A bird, of course. That's what would be in the mouse bomb. That's what happens if you, if Chewbacca were to kill the mice droid in Star Wars, a bird would pop out. Oh, let's get fancy. I'm rewarded for my fanciness. Well, where do I go then? If it's... Oh, I see. Ah, magnets. How do they work? Oh good, the one that doesn't give me a shield. It's so hard to fail in this. You just want to like go to the goal. Right, I'll just hang out here. Eventually I'll leave, right? Yep. I want to try out is like play Sonic CD but with the Japanese music. Even though I really like the future music in the American version of Sonic CD. Oh my god, I don't think I burned that disc yet. Because for whatever reason in the American version they changed the music to like I think the future levels. Then again, I always liked the tone of Sonic CD, like, because of that music, as well as, like, the future levels, it was always a darker Sonic. Or as dark as Sonic should get, to be honest. Ah. Is that a big bounce pad? It is. No! Just walk over here. So I remember when I got Sonic 3, right? Like, it was when my family moved to Mexico, and I didn't have my console with me, because what we're gonna do is have it shipped to us. Like, a lot of our furniture and stuff shipped to us. So, but I had the game, like, I think I ordered it off of, like, you know, the back of a magazine, and it arrived. And so I had it for, like, a month or two, and I wasn't able to play it, I just had the game. But I would read the manual and, like, reviews of it constantly. I had my Game Gear, at least. But, then it turned out that, like, what's it called? Like, basically, the moving people stole, like, half of our stuff. So, like, I never got my Genesis back. So it took me, like, a year and a half to get a new Genesis, just to play Sonic 3. But I had the game the whole time, and was really excited to play it. Alright, I killed it. And I had, like, every like, if the magazine had, like, Sonic 3 on the cover, like, I would get it. No matter how crappy the magazine was. And I'm not talking, like, Game Pro or Game Players. I'm talking, like, total garbage. Hey, what's up, Colin? How you doing? Like, really, really garbage magazines that no one's ever heard of. That were, like, just bad layouts. Like, maybe one or two screenshots and then just a wall of text. You know, because that's what you want as a kid. When you're looking for a game magazine. But then, like, I finally got a Model 2 Genesis. Because what would happen is, like, electronics were too expensive in Mexico, so whenever, like, once a year, me and my parents would go back to the States, and then they would buy, like, electronics, you know, like DVDs, DVD players, stuff like that, right? And so that's how I got a Model 2 Genesis. And, like, I played Sonic 3, and I was like, oh, man, finally, I get to play Sonic 3. Holy crap. For, like, 2 years, I had no consoles. All I had was the Game Gear, and it got me through. Like, I'm still amazed it got me through. Then again, I had some friends, like neighbors and stuff, that had like an NES, so I played a lot of NES. Even though at the time the NES was like old, you know. Playing some Saturn. What are you playing on the Saturn? Oh, I'm dead. Are you playing some Sonic Jam? Are you getting? Yeah, no, I know. You're playing Sonic R, the best game on the Sega Saturn. I don't blame you, man. Sonic R is a masterpiece. If I had the Saturn hooked up, I'd be playing Sonic R right now. I'd be chilling to some of the greatest music ever put to disc. Like Living in the City. No, Tails, I don't want your help. I guess I could hook up the Saturn. I have like the HD Retrovision cable, and it comes with a dongle, so I can just switch out the cable to the Sega Saturn from the Genesis. Dark Seed, Gala Racer, Die Hard Arcade, Pebble Beach Golf. Oh, Pebble Beach Golf, huh? Well, who's the guy in Pebble Beach Golf? Is that Zach Stadler or something like that? Like, he pops up every now and then, like, hey, can you get it inside mine? Craig Stadler. Oh, what? I jumped in the stupid... Oh, God. Craig Stadler, man. He makes that game. I don't care what anyone says. The Walrus. Man, Sega really knew how to tie in their celebrity. Remember how they had Joe Montana football on the Sega CD? Well, that's nothing compared to Pebble Beach Golf on the Saturn. What was Dark Seed again? Like, what was that game? I heard of it, but I forgot what it was. I know Crime Wave is the car game, right? Like, which is like, okay. No, come on. Oh, thank God I have a double jump. Oh, thank Jesus. Alien Trilogy and Road Rash? I wish I could get my Road Rash to work. Outrun's pretty good. Did you get the Japanese one, or did you get the Sega Ages? I died by a screw. So, you know, I assume you know about the trick. Oh, that, the point and click, of course. That one. Hey, speaking of point and clicks, they made a sequel to Beneath the Steel Sky. It's on Steam. It's called Beyond the Steel Sky. I'm thinking about getting that. I'm just not in an adventure game mood right now, but, like, I'm definitely intrigued by a sequel. The guys that made it are the same guys that made the Broken Sword series. Oh, the Japanese one? Alright, that one's the better one anyways, because it has the arranged music. But also, I think you go into options, and then you, like, press A, B, and C, and then you can set it to smooth mode, and then you can do 60 frames per second outrun. Like, it's on the track select. I don't know why they made that a secret code. That should have just been an option. Oh, really? They got the new one at Apple Arcade as well? It's like 20 bucks, so it's not like a super expensive game. So it's well within my budget to check out. So I might check that out. Oh, why did I die at the same thing again? Yeah, so I might check that out when I'm in an adventure game mood again. Not that, I mean, I still have some adventure games to play, like Full Throttle and the Homestar Runner game. And that Telltale's Batman. Even though it's not the best... Oh wait, no, Traveler's Tales are the ones that made Sonic R, never mind. The best game Traveler's Tales has ever made. You fear the puzzle's gonna be too hard? Well, the one good thing about adventure games now is you can just go look up the answer online. I'm not saying do that for everything, but like definitely do that if you get stuck. That's made adventure gaming a lot more approachable. I mean, I know the purists would be like, no, you gotta solve it. It's like, yeah, but some of that crap is literally ridiculous, you know? Like, you gotta, like, go through the minefield, but use the magic rabbit. But don't wake the robot. You know, it's like, how do you do that? You gotta use the, you know, the wrench on the walrus. Then he'll give you a tusk, and then you can use that to put it in the magic potion. So that the witch will give you, you know, it's like, it's all this crap that makes no sense whatsoever. So it's like, I have no problem with using a walkthrough when I get stuck on shit like that. I'm like, nah. That's why I always like LucasArts stuff, because it was like, basically, just keep using items on everything. And something would work. And let's be honest, I think people play adventure games more for the atmosphere and the plot than the puzzles. At least I do. That's why I don't play, like, 7th Guest. Or 7th... Yeah, it's 7th Guest. You don't want to use walkthroughs? Fair enough. I only use them when I'm stuck. Because I'm like, I don't have time to spend an hour and a half or 3 hours trying to figure this thing out. Like... The worst is when I kind of know what I'm supposed to do, but the game just won't let me do it. Alright, so... okay, so spin dash through this. Speaking of which, I really want to beat The Adventures of Willy Beamish on the Sega CD, because that was like the first Sega CD game I ever played. It was one of the big reasons I got a Sega CD, because I saw it at Blockbuster, and I just thought it was really cool. Like, you know, the voice acting, like, the cartoon, like, Saturday morning cartoon look and everything, like, it was something completely different. But I could never beat the game as a kid, because I would get to the 3rd day, and then I would just get beaten up and die, and then I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do? So that'd be a nice game to revisit. I really wish I played Snatcher back in the day, because Snatcher's... I feel like Snatcher I could have beat without a walkthrough fairly easily. That's more of a graphic novel. You just kind of just talk to everybody and do every option, and then you progress. It's a shame that when I beat Snatcher and Police Knots, I didn't upload my Let's Play of Police Knots to YouTube. Oh, speaking of which, I'm just gonna die here. That makes it that way I can get out, because I got a shield. Which means that at some point I might replay Police Knots, but at the same time I'm kind of dreading replaying Police Knots because human organ transplants and bomb defusal. Anyone who's played Police Knots knows exactly what I'm talking about, too, when I say those 2 words. The Dark Seed also came out on DOS, right? There's a really good Saturn adventure game that's only in Japanese. It's not translated, but it's very whimsical looking. Also, Blazing Dragons, I hear that one's pretty good on the Saturn. Even though it was also on the PlayStation, but I don't know, it's probably better on the Saturn. I don't know why it would be. Oh, speaking of which, you know, this controller I'm using, this new, like, I don't know if I've shown you guys this fully, but... So I'm using this, newfangled Genesis Brawler controller. See, it has an analog stick over here, and it works, like, the analog stick actually works with the Genesis stuff, but it just works as like a D-pad. Now, the interesting thing is this also works for the Saturn, see, because it has the shoulder buttons. But my one complaint about it working on the Saturn is, okay, it has an analog stick. You think it would work like the analog controller does, you know, like you can just plug it into the Saturn, and then, like, you know, you can play Knights with it. And I tried it, but the analog stick doesn't seem to work. The game doesn't recognize it as an analog controller. Same thing with racing games like Daytona. So the analog stick is basically just the D-pad. So, you know, on-off input, which kind of sucks. Like, that's disappointing, because it would have been nice if this could replace the analog Saturn stick. Or the analog Saturn controller. And I plugged in the analog Saturn controller, and, you know, you go into Daytona, and you go check out the options in Daytona closed circuit or whatever. And it'll show it as an analog controller, so... Either that, or maybe there's a way that I could, like, activate the analog controller function for the analog stick here. As for using the analog stick on Genesis games, I like it in Xenocrisis. You know, like overhead stuff, but like when it comes to Sonic, I'd rather use the D-pad. Think I heard that about? I did buy their new the N64 one as well, and like I am really impressed. The analog stick on that N64 Brawler controller is just as good, if not better, than the N64 analog stick. Now, my complaint about that controller is that I can't use my rumble pack. Now, granted, the rumble pack I have is a third-party rumble pack, so maybe I can use... I plug it in, it doesn't work. So maybe I need to use like an official Nintendo rumble pack for it to work, but it doesn't make sense that those rumble packs work with my normal N64 controllers, but not with the Brawler N64 controller, even though it has the slot there for the memory card and the rumble pack, so that's kind of bizarre. So yeah, good controllers. I just have some problems. You know, again, with this one, I wish the analog stick worked like an analog stick on the Saturn. No, I mean, I needed a second controller for the Genesis anyways, a second 6-button controller. So it made sense to get this. And, you know, I also needed a second, like, standard controller for the Saturn anyways, because I got a nice Japanese-style one. So as a second controller, it works pretty well. And also, like, when I play it in my bedroom, it has, like, a 10-foot cable or, like, an 8-foot cable, so I can pretty much have it plugged in while lying in bed. That's my impromptu review of the Genesis Brawler controller. So, well, I think the deal with this boss is I just have to survive, right? Like, not get hit by it. I'm sure there's more like YouTubers and stuff that have gone into much greater detail about the controllers, but that's the two things I've noticed. As far as the buttons and the D-pad, though, like, I feel like they're quality. I feel like the D-pad on this controller is nice. I just feel like I screw it up because of the positioning of it, right? Because I get it, instead of going at it from the side with my thumb, I get it at an angle. But I don't think that's the controller's fault, or the D-pad's fault. I think that's just the layout's fault. Definitely comfortable, though. Definitely more like a modern controller, and I'm dead. I'll use the analog stick. Let's try that out. How come get a little cheeky there. Oh, fuck! Okay, I'm not using the analog stick again. Got my ass killed with it. No, the good thing is now we live in a time where there's actually good third-party controllers for these old systems. Because there was like reissues of the Saturn and the Genesis 6-button controller, like actually officially licensed by Sega. And they're dead on. Like, I got the one for the Saturn, like, it's perfect. It's exactly like the Japanese Saturn controller that I had. That the R button broke. Oh, why? Oh my god, I didn't get any rings, or I'm screwed. Look at his big red nose. Like a clown. Like jump rope now. Oh, gotta get out of here. Robotnik's like, hold on while I use the most ineffective combat robot I could ever think of. But I gave it big balls, though, so that's cool. You know, for a guy with an IQ of like 300, he kind of comes off as a little silly, don't you think? Oh, it's one of the doors from the ship. But it's licensed? Oh, that one? I was thinking about those too, because like, those would be nice, because then you just buy the little dongle. Yeah, it's practical robot designs. Perfect. Because I got one of those, it came with the analog NT Mini. But I wouldn't mind getting like a Super Nintendo one, but just buying dongles, you know, like the Bluetooth thing, and just having that for like all my consoles, so I have like a nice wireless controller that would work with everything. I don't think I'd ever use it during the stream, but I would definitely use it like in the living room or in my bedroom, where like, because in the stream I'm like, I can touch the console, like I'm right next to it, so it's not like, it's not very far away at all. But like in the other setups I have around the house, it's like, can't really do that, especially, you know, when you have pets like a dog. You don't really want a big long cable, because then she'll just like walk by it or something, you know, like someone rings the door or whatever, and then either like pulls the controller out of the socket or pulls the console down. Like, that's like the worst. Alright, well, this Ice Cap Zone music is nice. The new music they put here. So overall, I think all the new music from the Sonic and Knuckles collection or whatever that came out is better than the original music from the game. Is this just looping? Feels like it's looping. Alright, okay. There we go. I mean, it's not every level that has new music, just the levels that had god-awful music. It just we're not doing it, you know? Ah. That's Sonic's Purgatory as he's forever stuck falling. Becomes a creepypasta. And then I played Sonic, and then all he did was fall. No matter what I did, what button I pressed, he just kept falling. I was starting to think that maybe Sonic was really feeling pain. I could have just turned the game off, but I decided to keep playing it for 10 minutes until finally he fell into hell. Like every creepypasta about Sonic, a video game, it's like, I'm playing the most boring level ever, but I decided to keep playing it for like 8 minutes until finally I reached the end where Luigi showed up and then murdered Tails. And then from now on, whenever I play a Sonic game, Tails is never in it again. And then when I go to bed, I'm haunted by dreams of Tails asking me, why did I let him die? And then his eyes turn red and then a phone started. They're like all the same. They're all so bad. Then I turned around after I turned off the game, and there was a Sonic plushie with his eyes bleeding. I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. So the moral of that story is only stupid people play those creepypasta games. Any normal person would just stop playing and be like, well, this hack sucks, and then they just stop. Like, how did I like the PS5? Oh, the PS5 announcement? I guess I'm not too excited about the PS5 because I don't think I'll be getting any new consoles. I think I'll just focus on like PC upgrades. Partly because I can't really afford like new consoles like I can either afford new consoles or PC stuff, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with PC stuff. I mean, I didn't have a PS4. Why do they put that spring there? It's so annoying. Truth be told, I'm more excited to try to get a TurboGrafx. Alright, don't hit the spring. Damn it, Tails. Did I jump on the spring? No? Okay. That's why they put the spring there. You need to use it to make that jump. Okay. So, the one cool thing, though, is, like, at least Microsoft has decided to make all their games multi-platform on PC, so there's really no reason for me to ever get an Xbox. Gotta try to hit it while it's oh, what? It was horizontal. What the heck? Oh my god. Just use the invincibility. Just. Yeah, well, I mean, like, every game that was exclusive to the Xbox is now out on PC, right? And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the case from now on. So it's like, there's really no reason to have an Xbox, unless you don't have a PC. Like a gaming PC, but it's like I said, I'd rather put money into the PC. Because I use the PC a lot more for a lot of stuff, like... You know, I don't make any, like, edited videos for YouTube, but I could. Like... If I ever get the software for it. And I also use the PC for streaming, so it just makes more sense to, like, go with an upgraded PC, like, configuration. Oh, maybe get one of those ray tracing graphics cards. Turbot looks like he kind of has like a ghost face on. There we go. Another snowboarding thing? Nope, nothing. It's nothing. Start making good games. This is like every game I want on the Xbox is pretty much like on PC now, like Halo, Sea of Thieves, Killer Instinct, like Forza Motorsport, like they're all on PC. As for like PS4 stuff, it's like Last of Us, I mean, I don't know, like I feel like, I know people like The Last of Us, but to me it just seems like a cover-based shooter with, like, very predictable gameplay. Because I don't really play games for story. I don't really care about the story of a game. Like, if it's good, that's great. But, like, if it's, you know... I kind of want to play it for the experience, and it's like, it just doesn't grab me. Unless it's like an adventure game, then I'll play it. I don't know. I just don't see it worth like $500 or $400 for me to just play like one game. Ah. Oh crap. I wonder if this works the same way as the one in the casino zone. Yeah, well, Doom doesn't have a story. Like, I mean, it does, but it's like, it's not, who cares, you know, like... like, it's just like... Also, Doom's on PC, I don't have to buy a console to play Doom. I have a Switch, but the only reason I have a Switch was, like, it was a gift. Like, I wasn't planning on getting one at all. And like, even then, the only games I have on the Switch are the same like 4 games that I had when I got it. Cause like, it was a gift and like, they got me 3 games with it. Okay, you can't go here. And then I went out and bought Breath of the Wild. So it's like, that's it. The Ghost of, what is that one? Actually, the one game I'm looking at now, because, like, what's it called? Prey is on sale from GOG for, like, 20 bucks. And I heard good things about that game. Oh, hey, a bonus level. That's been a while. I don't think I've done this one. Oh, wait, no, no, I have. Okay. Oh, the PS4 exclusive? What is that one? Is that, like, you're a samurai or something? Truth be told, ever since Metal Gear died, it just seems like I don't care about PlayStation. Because that was like the one game that I was like, well, even though Metal Gear came out on everything else eventually. Or other systems. I mean, don't get me wrong, I may pick up a PS4 at some point, you know, for cheap. Like, I could see that happening. But I would have to, you know, it would probably be after I got the turbo graphics and I just had, like, you know, for whatever, like, you know, like a tax return or something where it's like I got all this cash, so I might as well, like, and I've already upgraded my PC, which I kind of already did. Like, I maxed out its RAM, so I got like 32 gigs of RAM now. I can't do much about the processor unless I buy a whole new motherboard, and I don't want to go through the headache of that. But I did get like a new SD hard drive. There's 9 balls left. My guess is they're to the left or the right. I thought I saw them. Okay. Problem is when you're going this fast, you have only so much time to think and react. Okay, let's try here. Oh. Oh, why? It was so easy! Am I gonna get bonk? Well, what I figure what I'm gonna do with the turbo graphics, and the reason why the goal is so expensive for it, is I need the turbo graphics, right? And then I need the CD add-on for it. Or there is something I can buy that basically attaches to the back of any turbo graphics or PC engine, and it'll make it RGB compliant. It'll use the same cable my Genesis uses. And I don't need a CD system. It'll basically be like an EverDrive. Like, I can run games off of it. So I can just run all TurboGrafx games off of it, as well as all TurboGrafx CD games. So really what I would need is, you know, like 2 controllers and a TurboGrafx, and then that add-on. And roughly that's like, it'll probably cost about like $500 to get all of it. And I want to get it all at once. I don't want to like have the TurboGrafx and then like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather get it all in one go. So that's what I'm trying to save up for. Launch base. But I definitely want to play Bonk. The main reason I want the turbo graphics is to play Castlevania. You know, the CD Castlevania game that came out on it. That would be really cool. Some of the shooters, like Magical Chase or whatever. Because the turbo graphics is pretty much known for its shoot 'em ups. And also because it was that it was that 16-bit console that I would always see in magazines, but like never saw in real life. So for me, it's like, it's one of those mysterious machines from like the bygone eras. A hidden gem, if you will, if you want to use that term. Because from what I hear about the system, it has a lot of good games for it. It's just wasn't very well known. Especially in North America, like it was pretty much, like I never saw one until like, you know, until I went to conventions or like a retro game store. And I should have gotten it when I saw it at that retro game store, but I just didn't have the cash at the time. I mean, there's like hundreds of games on the system too, so it's like, it's not like it's... Does this guy only move when I move? I guess he does. Is this thing coming back though? Like, it looks like it's coming back. I don't know, maybe it glitched out. Is this thing coming back? What the heck? Am I now screwed? Okay, you gotta exit the screen and then you're okay. I also think I'd really enjoy the turbo graphics. Mainly like, you know, it has a lot of arcadey type shooter type games as well as some nice platformers. It has some good video pinball games. But I still think it's killer app, or like the big one is still Castlevania X. And I have played that via emulation, and I really want to play that on real hardware. Like, so I already know what I'm getting myself into with that. I beat it on an emulator, so. I think that would be a real good excuse to replay it, is to play it on the real system. Is it? Oh! Yeah, I don't think this level is too long though, so I think we're okay. I think we can get rid of the yellow pretty fast. This is like the least memorable level for me. I don't remember this level at all. I mean, visually, yeah, it has way too much of like a pea yellow going on, and then, I mean, background-wise, it's sort of cool with the Robotnik Death Star in the background, but also sort of boring with just the water, you know, like. I don't think this is one of the stronger levels. At least it's not like full of stupid gimmicks, though. I'll give it that. Oh, well, actually, no, I'm wrong. It has gimmicks. It has, you break something and then a door opens, like the switch thing, and then it has like a lot of these hang-off crap. Why is it... Also, what are these things? I mean, I know they pushed me forward, but what are they? They're like... I mean, I kind of, like, you know what? This level kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, Strider and Phantasy Star for some reason. I mean, the Strider, because of sort of the Russian architecture that we see, like a little bit, and Phantasy Star for the weird-ass colors that it's giving me. Oh, the elevator doesn't open? That's great. How am I supposed to get back up there? I feel like this level just feels really badly designed. I don't know. It's like, because you can do things that, you know, screw you, apparently. And then there's that alarm gimmick that Tails will always get. The worst one! Here, I just want to end it. Just end it. There we go. Kinda like the Mecha Kremlin? Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think of this level. Was Robotnik really Russian? Like, is that what's going on? I mean, I guess he's a mad scientist. Oh, there it goes. Remember, this was back before, like, there were humans in Mobius. When it was considered that all of Sonic's, all the people that lived in Mobius were animals like Sonic in them, and Robotnik was the only human. Until they really screwed that up in Sonic Adventures and made it really, really weird and confusing. Am I supposed to jump out of here and die? Oh, okay. Oh, the cat's meowing to get in. Alright, hold on, I'll beat the boss and then I'll go get... Oh wait, actually I'll go get the cat. Let's see. Either wants out or she wants dead. Alright, okay, got the cat. What's this boss do? Oh, he's just spinning stuff. Got some kind of hit avoidance. I'm guessing I fight 3 of them, huh? There's 2. Oh no, you just alright. I'm sorry, I'm just watching the cat here, making sure she doesn't jump on my keyboard or knock over my modem. I don't know why she has to be there, though. Okay, well, as long as... So if the stream dies, it's because the cat knocked over the modem. Pretty much. Or the router, whatever you want to call it. Same shit. Does the same thing. Like the moving clouds. Alright, well now the level looks a lot better. Like, it's not as, like, kind of dull after the rocket ship thing, so... Now it reminds me of Vector Man. A game I've, like, barely played. Uh-oh. Get the ring! Gotta get them chili dogs. Does Sonic still eat chili dogs? Does he eat chili dogs in the movie? Oh, thank God that didn't kill me. Can't remember? That's supposed to be like his favorite food. You know, like how the turtles eat pizza? Yeah. You think he ate one? Okay, good. Let's grab these rings. What did Bubsy eat? What did Bubsy eat? I don't know. Meow? Okay, meow. I like how the cat loves to bug me, and she can just go sleep in my bed, but she wants me to go sleep in the bed. It's like, just go sleep in the bed. Like, I don't have to be there. Bubsy had a cartoon show for like one episode that nobody watched because everyone hates Bubsy. Actually, you know what? I remember renting Bubsy from the game store once, and it was okay. Like, I enjoyed it. I liked the fact that he could glide. I never played the second one. I hear that one's absolute crap. Like, because I hear the first one they actually tried, right? They tried to make it a good game, and in the second one they didn't care. So they just basically and then of course there's Bubsy 3D, which no one cared. Though the story behind Bubsy 3D is actually kind of sad, right? Oh, he might have ate tacos, yeah. Because like apparently they were like, yeah, we're making this 3D game, and then they thought it was okay, and then they went to like E3, and then they saw Mario 64 debut, and they were like, wow, we're fucked. Like, you know, like, because that was way ahead of whatever the hell they were doing. And so they're like, well, if it would have came out before Mario 64, it would have been looked at better. And they're like, maybe, but it still would have been shit. Because there were games, before Mario 64 that were 3D, and people considered those to be like the best 3D games? You know, like Death Trap Dungeon, stuff like that, because it's like, they were playable in 3D, but, you know, people that go back and play games like Death Trap Dungeon today are be like, oh my god, this game. Because of the camera system and everything, and the controls. But I remember, like, back in the day, EGM claimed Death Trap Dungeon was, like, the best 3D game. And then I bought it on the PlayStation, because it was like, okay, and then it was like, it was very cumbersome. I mean, I played it, I got far into it. It's not unplayable by no means, but it is certainly not a smooth experience. Like, Lara Croft came out before Mario 64, right? Like, Tomb Raider was out before, and that one's like, okay. Oh, you knocked over my router. Alright, is my internet still working? Yep. Okay, that's good. Let me see, it might, hopefully nothing got unplugged. Oh, alright, cool. I saw that coming, too. I predicted that. I guess. Alright, everything still works. I mean, at least it says the stream's still online for me, though. It might have took like a hit in the bit rate or whatever, but I think it evened out. Oh, but I'm gonna drown though, so that's not good. Alright, we don't have to worry about that. Hey, man, maybe I'll get Taco Bell today. Let's see, what time is it? 7:50? Okay, it's just breakfast. Like, I like Taco Bell, but one of the things I like the most about Taco Bell is their, like, ice smoothies. You know, like their drinks. I forget what they're called, but they're all right. And especially considering how hot it's been lately, like that would actually be really nice, really refreshing. I can't jump up there, huh? Okay. So you just gotta guess, huh? Alright, which one? Is it the top one? Okay, cool. Well, that was a silly boss. Alright, now Sonic has control. Look at him cruising, laid back. But then Knuckles is gonna show up. I'm gonna eat this sweet roll. No, it's weird, we never get to fight him in Sonic 3. As far as I know, it's until Sonic and Knuckles, that's when you fight him, from what I remember. I'm drinking water here, come on! Trying to get hydrated here, Robotnik. Alright, here we go. So Tails ain't here, it's just Sonic versus Robotnik. And we gotta keep it personal. Oh god, okay, that was close. Oh, okay. You got me there, Robotnik. I thought you'd show up in the other direction, but... clearly I was wrong. Maybe he built a giant robot version of himself. Oh no, it's just this. Okay. Oh, okay, oh no! How do I get by the hands? Can't hit him from above, so you gotta spin dash. No, spin dash does not work. So I guess right directly from below. I tried that though, but I got grabbed by hands. This sucks. Okay, so you gotta really get that angle going on him. What? Maybe from behind? Really gotta pick your shots with this one. That angle has to be perfect too. You go too high, you get hit by the spikes. You go too low, you get the hands. Okay, I got a free hit in for that. Oh no, crap. Oh, I get the ring right back, nice. Oh, he's gonna do it again? Oh, that sucks. Oh, at least I got the hit in. Alright, cool. I got 1 minute to beat him or else I run out of time. Alright. They got through Act 2. Time to blow up the death egg. Or the egg star, whatever you want to call it. I have to agree, it is one of the best music tracks. Oh, so is a guy trying to beat a Nintendo game without using the internet in 30 days? Like every Nintendo game? Oh. Oh wait, yeah, every Nintendo. Wow. Okay. Good luck with that, because there's some games on the NES I feel are just god-awful. Not worth beating, like, at all. Some of them I think are unfair. You like that little transition into Sonic and Knuckles? Oh, he's trying to purchase every game without the internet? What? So he's just going to flea markets? I only have 4 of them! Get the big ass ones, you can turn into hypersonic, but I don't want to turn into hypersonic. Ah! Oh, balls. Those rings to Mordor, get that one ring to rule them all. Oh, these yellow ones. Oh god, that's what I mean, is once these yellow balls are put into play, then it becomes really hard to know what the hell's going on. Because you just get lost. Some of them I feel like you have to do them in a certain order too, or else you're just screwed. There's some balls over there, but how do I get over there? Like that. Well, turn back gold. Oh, okay. I got a super emerald, though. I don't want any super emeralds. When I beat the game, I get the level select, so I'll just go back to the first level and just do those 3 rings, and then get all the Chaos Emeralds that way. That's the easiest way to do it, too. I mean, like, because then you could just focus just on getting the Chaos Emeralds and not have to, like, focus on beating the levels and getting the Chaos Emeralds. Speaking of which, I didn't even do that in Sonic Mania. Got an Alice in Wonderland vibe going on here. I guess it's the mushrooms. Well, let's see, maybe I can get a shield. Oh no, it's this one. Crap. There we go. Well, one good thing about this game, too, is that you can save. Oh, what? one's still done. Okay. And we're done with that one. Let's see. Is there no way out? Oh, God. It's those bounce ones that you gotta worry about. There we go. This one? Nope, it's the other one. There we go. Go to Hidden Palace? Oh, okay. Because I remember Hypersonic, I remember the Hidden Palace. Alright, so I got the normal Chaos Emeralds. So you still can get the Chaos Emeralds by this point as well. I do know you need all of them to get the real ending, and they're like the last level. I will say this, I was really disappointed with Hyper Knuckles. Or Super Knuckles, like... I don't know, because Sonic gets to look different and everything like that. Knuckles just kind of like looks the same, but he's rainbow colored. Tails, like, Tails is roughly the same, except he's got like, birds. Oh, okay, so the Doomsday Zone. Oh, wow. He just nailed Tails with that fungus. Oh, so only Hypersonic? Oh, we finally get to see some of Robotnik's deforestation in action here. Oh, why? Well, the axe hurt me? Okay, the axe doesn't hurt me. I thought the axe would hurt me. I didn't think the jets would hurt me. Oh, there's Knuckles again. What was that switch? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, the flick. Oh, yeah, they're golden flickies. Whoa. Now, I know it would be a pointless hack, but one I would really like to see is just giving Sonic, or Knuckles and Tails, like, a different look when they go super, which kind of explains why they never made him go super ever again, as far as I know, after Sonic 3. Because canonically, it's always been Sonic. Well, maybe Sonic R. I think maybe there's super versions of him there. I know there's robot versions of all of them there for some reason. Here, hold on. Here, no, no, ah! Alright, here we go. I'll just wait for Tails, or maybe I can... Oh, there we go. That works. Projectile 7, but it... Oh, okay. Oh wait, so in Mania they actually have transformations as opposed to just like being color swapped? Oh, well, that sucks. That's like the coolest thing about Super Tails. Oh god, wow! I was actually amazed I got out of that one, that I didn't think I was gonna get out of it, and then I just kind of stopped playing, and then I got hit by one. Well, I blew that one. That one's easy, too, now that I've seen it. That's the last chance? Yeah, but when you beat the game, though, you get level select, right? So then you just go to the first level and just... Because that's where all the rings are, and you just keep, like, replaying that level over and over and over again. But there's always a way to go get, like, the Chaos Emeralds again. Alright, is this the boss fight I think it is? Where we're, like, constantly running, and it's sort of, like, semi... You have to jump these things? Yeah, there we go. This was cool. Like the pseudo 3D effect that they give there. They have that in Double Dragon versus Battletoads, or Battletoads and Double Dragons. Has to be marked clear? Okay. That's what I'll do then if I don't have all the emeralds. I'll just do that. That's what I did when I was a kid. Because it was just really easy to pull that off. Sandopolis. Though when I was a kid, I could just get them all in, like, around the second level. Oh, I remember this. That's pretty cool. Oh. Uh-oh, I didn't push the block. So another thing I might check out is I got the hack to play Sonic Triple Trouble on the Master System. I never got to play Sonic Triple Trouble on the Game Gear. And I don't have the analog hooked up, so the only way I can really play it... Because I don't have a Game Gear that I can output, you know, like VGA or anything like that, so it's like... I either have to play it using my analog NT Mini, which has a Game Gear emulation, like, you know, it's able to emulate Game Gear, or, like, the Master System version, which I can play on any Genesis. And technically, the other Game Gear Sonics came out on the Master System. I mean, Sonic Chaos came out in Europe. Oh, God. I go up the sand. I see. That makes sense, sure. Oh, Scorpion! Oh, I forgot to push the block. It's just that the block doesn't look like a block that you can push until like. No, I mean it doesn't stand out that well until I pass it. Then I'm like, oh yeah, you can push that thing. I don't remember this level at all. Though oddly enough, I've already beaten Sonic 3. Now it's all Sonic and Knuckles stuff, which is like the stuff I don't remember as much. And of course I miss it. It doesn't look like it's necessary to do well, maybe to get that platform, alright. Fair enough. So there are Egyptian pyramids on Mobius? Who built them? Must have been aliens. See, this proves that aliens built the pyramids right here. Because how else could they be on Mobius as well? Explain that. I think it was Sonic CD, there was a code, like, or it was the sound test or whatever, where, like, it was the planet Mobius, and you could actually see the planet that Sonic takes place on. I forget what the point of it was. I guess it was just to look cool while you listen to music. Oh yeah, I actually won once. So in universe, how does that make any sense? Like, does Sonic know where he went? Like, is that something to do with the power rings? Like... Let's get his idle animation going. That's like, it opened when he pointed at it. Oh, crap. Oh, I gotta wait for the head to... The head with 3 eyes, or the 6-eyed alien here. I can see how, like, this is when they were starting to go a little bit different with Sonic and its enemies, you know, instead of just all being Robotnik robots. Nope. Thought maybe I had to follow up, but you just do this. Am I oh! Get over here. Yeah, it didn't seem like I was doing anything to him, so I guess I gotta hit him while he's over here so he sinks into the sand. Oh, because he's an immortal ancient Egyptian golem thing on Mobius. Almost there. Ah. At least Tails got that ring. Oh, that works. And yet the sign doesn't sync. Okay. Oh no, ghosts! Oh, there's a thingy here, okay. Ah! Nope, they keep coming. Alright. Oh, the light, of course. Just like in real life, ghosts don't show up when there's light out. Only at night. That's why every ghost hunting show has night vision. Is that Mobius? Well, maybe if we look at the background, we can get a clue as to like how Mobius was created. Let's see now. There's a guy and a bird. Oh, I keep missing that switch. Oh, I see. The light it's timed, so you have to try and get it. There we go. Lights the torches. But aside from that... Oh, back to the loop again. I guess Tails got it. Oh, well, I'm gone. So what about this thing? I guess there's a switch. It's not there. Be this one? Nope. Then we go to the loop again. That's just a spring. It looks like there's a switch there. Oh wait, I can do this? Huh. Pretty much, yeah, I can't go back up though. They'll just spam jump. Oh, there it is. Alright, I got on the other one. Ah. Close. What's this? Okay, cool. Where's the thingy again? There it is. I should have turned on the light. Okay, how do I get out of here? I wonder how much that sand's gonna rise. Probably enough to, yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Oh, that's that, okay. Oh, what? He pulled it, come on! Oh, messed that up. Yeah, we're dead. Except Tails. Tails is fine. And I moved the butt plug. Ah, you know what? Crap. Like, sometimes I can grab onto him, sometimes I can't. It's very inconsistent. Because I can't tell if he's flying in because I told him to fly, or if he's flying in because that's how he comes in when he's, like, off the map. Alright, got that. Don't really need those items, so I'm not gonna go get them. Now, will this crush me? No, it won't. That was close. Alright, at least that rising sand part is done. So, I guess this explains why we see, like, you know, there's that whole game of Sonic on the Wii called, like, the Hidden Rings or whatever, and it all takes place in Egypt. I guess that's not that out of place now, because apparently there's a whole level that takes place in Egypt. I actually have that game too. And it's okay, it's not bad. It's not great either. Nothing. Spin around, sliding down the sand slides. That must really scape. Luckily he's got that bubble shield though. Because basically his butt's just getting sand blasted the whole time. I can't feel good. How do you get past this thing? wall hack. Okay, cool. Why is this thing not? Well, there we go. Oh my god, really? That one's really fast, okay. I mean, it's right there, so I can see why it's really fast. Oh, boss time. So I jump on his hands, huh? Nope, not that hand. How's that laser shoot? Oh, well, that's anticlimactic. Oh, it's Robotnik! Oh my god, he's created some kind of shield made out of, rock. Some sentient rock shield going on here with, like, the wimpiest laser I've ever seen. It takes like 5 seconds to charge it, too. I don't know, Robotnik. I don't know if that design's gonna work. I don't think so. 33 hits. Why? Why would you want that many hits on Lava Reef? Volcano time. I'm gonna eat this donut thing. Does he have new attack patterns? So I can see it there. Oh, I like the effect going on in the background. While Act 2 Robotniks go down in a whopping 16. Ah. Woo! Ah, crap. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. I thought it was in the background. I didn't know. A fire shield probably comes in handy in this. I don't even need the bonus level. Where's my, like, donut thing? I lose it immediately. Oh, is it? Okay. So it's not like it just doesn't work on real hardware? Because that's what I think when I hear distorted sounds. I'm like, oh, I see, this doesn't work on real hardware, I should not play it. Ah! Okay. No! Oh, he dies. Oh, that's cool. What's over here? More rings? Well, usually when that happens, when there's like distorted sounds and it doesn't work on real hardware, they're usually just trying to play like the Rick Roll song or something. Oh, pitched up or down? Okay. In a chaotic matter? Okay, so it's similar to like a creepypasta. and then the song from Earthbound played backwards. And then I went to this other zone, and then the song from Lavender Town from Pokemon was playing, but it was all distorted. And then I stood there for 8 minutes until... Oh my god. And Sonic showed up! Oh god, oh, well, that's instant death, fair enough. Harder level layouts. So they're similar like a Kaizo Mario. There we go, that's right. Right, the question is though, yes, it does protect you from lava. Alright, that's all I wanted to know. Speed up, speed down. Oh, instantly, I see. Why does Robotnik have these giant spike things? Does this help with the lava mining? The same blue. Oh, right. And then I press start on the title screen. And then for a split second, Sonic turned red. Bleeding out of his eyes. I don't know what that was all about. A normal person would have just stopped playing the game, but I was a main character in a creepypasta. In hindsight, the electric shield's probably not the best plan. Oh, I just spin dashed through it. Oh, okay. Even though I did the shield bash thing, which usually works the same as the spin dash. Alright, we got the fire shield. We're good. Oh, now we're Indiana Jones? Okay, cool. I have a feeling I've been here before. And that's because I have, yes. Take the other route. What? I guess the spikes. I thought that was a switch. Alright, so what direction did I go that was wrong? I think I went left, right? No, it's still nowhere else to go, so... The part where it split up and then I took the wrong way. Yeah, this looks new. It's just a one-up. I don't think I have to keep going that direction, though. Oh, shit. A freeze thingy? I like how Robotnik gave it an eyeball. Because, you know, it couldn't just be a pole. It had to be sentient, and it had to be able to see. I think Robotnik and Dr. Wily should get together and start making the dumbest robots known to man. And, I mean, Robotnik can show him his robot chicken, like, that he made, you know, like, a legitimate robot chicken, like, not the show, but, you know, those and then Dr. Wily could show him, like, the robot mermaid and stuff like that, like... Bet you they'd get along. Oh, wait, didn't Dr. Wily make a robot bunny that shoots like robot carrots in one of the Mega Man games? Oh, damn it, I should have dashed him. Yeah, you're right, he is a Tommy Wiseau. I guess that means Dr. Wily's the Neil Breen of robots. No, don't get, there we go. Oh, you can make it. Oh, well, I'm still alive somehow. I was trying to do the shield special to get through there, but it didn't work out. I will say, though, it is rather brilliant that all of his robots are powered by tiny animals. Like, that's impressive. So that means that inside every robot, there's like a little wheel, and they just run through the wheel, and that powers them. They even put little animals in these, too. And that rock robot, its only purpose is to kill itself. Wonder what that says about Dr. Robotnik. Like, what? As a creator, like, what? That's right, Tails, you sniffed that. If that was a creepypasta, it would have been like, and then Tails looked at me, and he couldn't breathe, and he was grasping for air. It's almost like Tails was dying, and I had to just watch, and I couldn't do anything. I thought that was a switch. And Sonic didn't do anything, he just stood there and watched his tail suffocated. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh, alright, that's cool. This hints at a giant robot. I guess these are his testicles. I know this is not how testicles work in real life, but, you know, I don't know how robot testicles work, so we're just gonna assume. I mean, he's got 3 fingers, so he's not exactly a human analog. And he's dead. Whatever it was. God. Now it's all the liquid hot magma is cooled. Now it's become the new age level. Oh crap, you know, with all the crystals. You know, there's a new Toe Jam and Earl. I haven't checked that out yet. That song's Steam, right? I hear it plays a lot like the original Toe Jam and Earl. Might actually be a fun little game to play. I've noticed it's like someone at Sega's decided to make new versions or updated versions of their older games, because we got Toe Jam and Earl. What's it called? Streets of Rage 4, which I have played. It's pretty nice. You can unlock all the characters from previous Streets of Rage games. I think it all started with Sonic Mania. I think that opened the door for this idea of, like, you know, making sequels to these older games, but not necessarily making them these high-budget, like, 3D graphic, you know, super sequels, just, like, sort of more of the same, but in a good way. Oh, crap. Oh, let's see if I can get a shield. No, it's the pinball one. Oh, no, it's this one. Okay. I got the bubble shield. That's gonna be useful. Alright, there we go. Fire shield. Alright, we're done. Of course. Let's see what other games on the Genesis do I want to play. I want to play Shadowrun at some point. I know there's like... I actually have the cartridge of that, but there's also like a hack that makes it closer to the pen and paper game. So I might check that out. No, I'm also like, kind of want to play Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo as well. I really like the world Shadowrun represents. I wish someone would translate the Sega CD game. That would be dope. Am I just going back the way I came? No, I don't think so. Yeah, here's Fire Shield. I could also play Panic and Funkatron, you know, the Toe Jam and Earl sequel. I never really played that. I know it plays totally different than the original. I gotta really... Oh, what's the best time? Like right in the middle? Yep. And also, I've been on a Star Trek, like, you know, I've been rewatching Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Next Gen Voyager, and stuff like that. I haven't watched Discovery or Picard yet, so I don't know if they're any good. So, because of that, I've also been wanting to replay a lot of Star Trek games. You know, I'm currently doing that with Bridge Commander. And Starfleet Command 3, which I'll get working. Well, actually, I got it working, so I just gotta, like, stream it. Oh, there's an unreleased Baldur's Gate. Is it like the other Baldur's Gate games that came out on console? Like, they're basically like Diablo clones, like hack and slash? But I want to revisit the Activision Star Trek games, because those were the best ones, in my opinion. Like, they weren't perfect, but they were a step in the right direction, like Starfleet Armada. There's like a Deep Space Nine one, probably called like, you know, Guns of the Prophets or whatever, who cares? It's like a third-person adventure game. I think that one might be kind of fun. And of course, the Genesis Star Trek Next Gen, which is superior to the Super Nintendo Star Trek The Next Generation. Played a little bit of that like years ago, but maybe I should actually like try to beat it. As well as Starfleet Academy on the 32X. I beat it on the Super Nintendo when I was a kid, but I mean, let's the 32X version like is way better. Like. And you would think, oh, it's probably the same as the PC version of Starfleet Academy, and it's like, no, the PC version is totally different than the console versions. Though that one has William Shatner in it, because it was one of those CD games, so it had FMVs. So, you know, Shatner, wears the same outfit he wears in, like, Wrath of Khan, though now he's, like, really overweight, so it barely fits him, so he had to squeeze his fat ass into that outfit. And you can tell he's very uncomfortable in the cutscene. Oh wow, I like the egg face up there. That's cool. I guess it crash landed in the volcano. So, oh my god, I'm too busy looking at the background. Why? I was in awe of the background and the pixel art, and then you did that to me. Like, look, I got the, you know, the RGB cable and everything and the frame meister for the Genesis so I can enjoy this pixel art, damn it. This is a very mellow level. I mean, aside from me dying, it's quite mellow. Like, I mean, action-wise, atmosphere-wise, it's really cool. I like this crystal stuff. I don't know why. Maybe I am like a new age hippie. Maybe I love the crystal crap. It aligns my chakras or whatever. I don't know. Oh, here's Knuckles again. Yeah, it's like, I'm Knuckles. Dark Light were different and a little closer to... Oh, really? They weren't like hack and slash? I thought they were like just... Ah, crap! Generic like hack and slash type games. I didn't think they were bad or anything. I just thought they were like... They're definitely not like the PC version of Baldur's Gate, which, you know... Another game I'd like to play again... I got the Mega install of it too. You know, the one that combines Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 as one big game. All using the Baldur's Gate 2 engine, along with the original voice actors. Because that's my big complaint about the enhanced editions of Baldur's Gate, is that we have different voice actors. Like, I don't think we have David Warner as Irenicus. And it's like, how can you not have David Warner as... That's ridiculous. That would be like having a Mass Effect, but not having, like, Marina Sirtis as, like, the matriarch chick. Just be like, well, what the hell? Hey, speaking of Star Trek, you know David Warner's in an episode of Star Trek? He plays like Cardassian that tortures Picard. The infamous 4 Lights episode. Oh, 4 Lights! Ah! I never knew that until I rewatched it. I'm like, holy crap, that's David Warner. From Quest of the Delta Knights. Okay, well that was dumb. Oh, I see, he hurts himself? So all I had to do was just avoid him and then he'd just kill himself. Okay, alright, fair enough. That leads me to think that maybe Robotnik, he has that Dr. Doom syndrome where he doesn't believe in himself, so he sets himself out to fail. Have you ever noticed that? Oh my god, a force scroll. So no matter how much of a genius he is, he can never really win. Maybe I'm overthinking it too much. I mean, then again, in this level, he did make robots that kill themselves. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about Dr. Robotnik anymore. Way easier with the fire shield. Without it, you'd actually have to do this platforming. So let me guess he's gonna... Yep, okay. So I've created this giant egg thing that can handle liquid hot magma. It launches giant spikes and is surrounded by spikes. There's no way Sonic can beat me now. Oh wait, the spike balls are hurting me. I won't change my strategy or plan at all. Gotta stay the course, you know. Uh-oh. Go get that, Tails. Go get it. Go get it. Alright, fine, I'll get it. Whee! And the lava instantly cools. Or the magma, I'm sorry, it's still in the volcano. I know, technically it's magma. I get it, okay? See, if I was a really popular YouTuber, there'd be like 500 comments when I post this on YouTube. It's like, that's not lava, that's magma. Get it right. Like, you ever see that stuff? Like, where people nitpick everything the guy says? Like, it's like, hey, that's not real science. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. And again, that crap dates back to like television. That's why Conan O'Brien always did the whole like, actually, you know, his nerd character that he would bring up. Because apparently that always happened. they write letters. Actually, in my opinion, in all honesty. Oh, good. Okay, here we go. There's the prophecy. The prophecy is a big giant robot. Oh, wait, we gotta fight Knuckles here. Hold on. Okay, so there's a golden flying Sonic guy fighting a big giant robot with hands that has a big I like how I'm looking at that. I'm not even looking at this fight with Knuckles. I don't care. Oh, God, he actually hit me. Look, I made Tails beat him. According to the great whatever this island was, because the whole plot of Sonic 3 was there was this mysterious island, and it happens right after Sonic 2. So then Sonic and Tails decide to go check it out, and it turns out that they find Knuckles, who's the guardian of the Chaos Emeralds and these like Mega Chaos Emeralds, and he's the last of an ancient race whose sole purpose is to protect the Chaos Emeralds, and then Robotnik tricks Knuckles into thinking that Sonic is after the Chaos Emeralds. That's why Knuckles works for Robotnik and tries to stop Sonic. But in reality, he was betrayed by Robotnik. I like how I know this plot. Like, now we got a major character turn here. See, now Knuckles knows that, like, Sonic is not after the Chaos Emeralds, but it is Robotnik who is evil. The funny thing is, you would never know that by playing the game. You had to like read the manual or read what's it called, like, you know, a bunch of magazines. Like, the plot was explained, it just was never explained in the game. Not like it's important, right? My assumption was that Robotnik always wanted the Chaos Emeralds because they have a huge energy source. And since Robotnik likes to make robots, perhaps he needs that energy source to produce like massive robots so he can go and take over the planet. Or maybe what I always thought was the case was that he was from another planet, because he was the only human on Mobius until, like, you know, Sonic Adventure ruined all that. Was that like maybe he wanted to get these power sources from Mobius and then go back to the planet that he was from, which I always presumed was Earth, and then conquer it with an army of like robots, with like an infinite robot factory, using the Chaos Emeralds. Maybe I just overthought a lot of this crap as a kid, as well. But at the same time, too, after a lot of the garbage fan fiction I've seen out there about Sonic, it's like, hey, at least I actually tried to piece stuff together rather than just make some ridiculous horseshit character that, like, doesn't make any sense. With lame adventures that don't matter. Oh, bouncy clouds, perfect. Oh, Middle Sonic. Oh, wow. And he's now the boss from Sonic 1. I'm not even fighting him with any kind of finesse. Oh, now I gotta actually, like, have finesse. Oh, it doesn't matter, I won. a fountain. Get up here, Tails. Come on. Alright, I'll just blind jump. Oh, crap! I blame you, Tails! Oh, okay. Papa! It doesn't work, though. I got saved, yet I can't activate this. No, that doesn't work. See, I don't know, sometimes I think I broke the level and then it's like, no, I guess it still works. Oh, okay. Alright. Right, but does this work? It does. Right, instead of trying to sequence break the level, let's just do the level, huh? I mean, there's something over here. Another game I want to check out on the Genesis at some point is Beyond Oasis, or no, the Oasis one. Because I played the Saturn one when I was a kid, but I never got to play the Genesis one, or Legend of Thor, whatever it's called in Europe. I think it's called Legend of Oasis, and then the sequel is Beyond Oasis. It makes like little copies. So when you play the game as Knuckles, all the robots you fight are the Robotniks. And yet, I guess at that point Knuckles knows that Robotnik is evil, or is he still fooled that it's all Sonic? I don't know. It would make more sense if he was fighting robotic Sonics, you know, like Metal Sonic, so then it would be more, like, in tune with what Robotnik is doing, like, you know, tricking him into thinking that he's the good guy, and that Sonic's the bad guy. I mean, it makes sense, too, because when Sonic arrives on the island, he's supersonic, which means that he has the Chaos Emeralds. And Robotnik doesn't have the Chaos Emeralds, so you'd have to assume that Sonic is collecting the Emeralds and is, like, being, you know, is not a good guy for collecting them, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Needless to say, there was more thought put into the plot of this game than every other Sonic game after it, almost. Oddly enough. Ah! And now we get the Metal Sonic fight. And I never liked this version of Metal Sonic. I mean, obviously the best version is the Sonic CD version, because that's the coolest looking version. Which is probably why that version is used quite a lot in a lot of Sonic games, as well as Sonic R. It's just because that's... I don't know, something about the fact that, like, he has a hole in his stomach and, like, the way his face looks and stuff, like, he just looks cool. It does look like a soulless version of Sonic, as opposed to just, like, you know, whatever's going on with this guy. He looks bigger and more intimidating, but, like, Sonic CD Metal Sonic is still the better Sonic. Death Egg. Oh, it is the Death Egg. Okay. I thought it would be called the Egg Star, but no, it's the Death Egg. Alright, there's a trick to the... Oh, no, never mind. I don't need to know the trick to that platform. I can just do that. Oh, okay. Ah! I jumped into it too, so that's my fault. Is the Death Egg in the Sonic movie? Does anyone know? Oh yeah, I remember this. Whoa. Still not as cool as the Technodrome. Well, I think it's more trying to be the Death Star, though. Hey, remember the Michael Bay film with the Technodrome? That was more like the Death Star than the Technodrome. Oh my god. Oh no, this is everything I hate about Sonic games right here. That's why I don't like those casino levels. It's stuff like this. Do I gotta get all of it red? I guess I gotta hit all the buttons and make them red. At least they don't, like, alternate between yellow and red. That would be more of a pain. Oh, so close. Oh, God. There we go. Right, so does that open a door? Villain's favorite real estate? Yeah, something about evil orbs. Okay, there we go. It opened the door. No! Oh, look, it's Hal. Ah. Here, I'm just gonna keep being invincible and then hitting him. Oh no, I didn't get my ring back. Get the ring. Makes every fight easy. Oh crap. Alright. I got lazy. Wait, do they give me rings before the fight? Okay, they do. They give me like 3. Oh, 5. They spoiled me. They spoiled me, robot eyeball. Oh, then he expands them. Alright. Mistimed. I screwed myself. Alright, cool. Oh, game over. Does that mean I have to start the whole level again? Oh, okay, no. It's gonna be like, oh man. All because I got impatient at a boss because I've been playing the game for like 3.5 hours. Like... Oddly enough, I did not expect to play through the entirety of Sonic 3. Or Sonic and Knuckles, rather. I don't know. I guess I just really enjoy Sonic 3. Oh, okay. Grab that ring, please. No, Tails, I wanted to... whatever. See, now it looks like Sonic's wearing a Sonic hat of himself. Zoop. Tails died. That's canon. Now we're in the upper atmosphere. Sonic can't breathe underwater, but he can definitely take on having no atmosphere. That's not a problem for Sonic. He can withstand the pressures of space, or the lack of pressure, rather. Oh, look at this. Take this, Mario Galaxy. Look, Sonic was doing gravity crap way before you were. So Robotnik gave all of his robots eyes so they could see. You think he also allowed them to feel pain? I feel like he would. I feel like that's the thing Robotnik would do. Yeah, I really want the bubble shield. That'll come in handy in this level. Oh, we gotta... okay. Sounds like a seesaw, but not as... like it lags. Oh crap, and then it breaks apart. Oh man, why? I had everything and I lost it all. That electric shield, I wouldn't get hurt at all in this level. I was about to say, how am I supposed to cross this? Alright, maybe I can get another electric shield. It's like the easiest one of the bonus stages. Unless they give you nothing but black balls. Oh, crap. Oh, that's what I need. Beautiful. Oh, you can hang from it. Oh, too late. Hopefully it came back. Oh, why do I make simple mistakes, man? I see, it doesn't shoot until I'm in range. Oh, crap. Okay, well, maybe... Ah, why? Alright, that explains that. Uh-huh. So he gotta fake him out. He won't attack you until you're in range. Same thing with these wall traps. They're not like on a set pattern. Oh, that one I didn't even see because it was underneath the elevator. Nope. Oh, why? How am I supposed to get... Okay, there we go. Checkpoint, now I don't have to worry as much. Now, why does Robotnik build all this crap? Like, does he actually get around doing this? I don't think so. He usually just flies around in an egg-shaped vehicle. Again, going back to the theory that, like, maybe Robotnik wants to fail. Like, subconsciously, he just can't help it. Come on, I gotta be close to the end of this level. Like, how much more level can there be? I mean, how big is this ship? Well, I guess it's as big as small moon. Alright, okay, this has to be the boss fight. Okay, so... I see. Alright. So you have to get past its shielding. Look, I got past your shielding that time. What the heck? Oh, okay. I get it. What's up, Bulger Fire? How you doing? There we go. Again, he has created the means to destroy the robots himself. Like, if he didn't add this crap in, Sonic would never be able to kill these robots. You're good? That's good. I'm just gonna spam going up and down this elevator. Alright, well, I'm actually gonna time it now, because it's way easier when these robots aren't moving. Or maybe I gotta hit him with the spike. I guess that would make more sense, huh, if you hit him with the spike version. Alright, hold on. Gotta get that timing. Oh, and then it explodes. That's great. Oh, now he doesn't explode, of course. I got him that time. This is... I don't know how much more of this I have to do though. It's an interesting gimmick, it's just kinda dull. Like, he shouldn't take this many hits. I know he's like one of the last boss and stuff. Unless I'm supposed to destroy his shields with the little robots, and then spin attack him, that might be it. Oh great, now I'm out of rings, perfect. Nope, never mind, you just kill him that way, there we go. What are you gonna do about that? You gonna run faster than me like you always do somehow? Like just slightly faster than Sonic? Let's see. Oh no, he's now in the egg mecha. And I have no rings. This is all your fault, Tails. Oh, so that giant hand was this robot all along. Foreshadow. Don't break your fingers. I'm like the Mafia. So now if you just leave one finger up, it doesn't look like a finger anymore, you know what I mean? Stop catching me, Tails! You're ruining it! Ruining it! He's got this one finger. There we go. Ah! Oh crap. Well, you can give me one ring, for God's sakes! Oh, you're not gonna give me one in the... Oh my god. I guess it makes sense, he is the last boss, so why give me rings? But it's just kind of annoying. And this part's easy, like... The other part, though, I've only seen one attack, and that's his flame nose. Oh, so you think he's like Uwe Ball? He purposely makes bad robots to fail so he can collect on the insurance? Like, or he gets investors to invest a lot of money and then he cheapens out on the robots so he can make the money on that instead? See, now the question is, do I try to attack him now or what? Like, here. Oh, okay, you wait for that to happen. Ah! Oh, you are so boring to fight. Come on. I only got like a minute to beat him too. Like I'm gonna run out of time. Like you see like the timer, I think once it hits 10 minutes I die. So this makes this the worst checkpoint ever. Not only can I not get rings anymore, but like I have to beat him fast. And a lot of it's one of those things where it's like each individual task is not very hard. It's doing it all without getting hit. That's the hard part, because, you know, like, your mind slips sometimes, or at least mine does, and it's like... So when his chest opens up, I attack him as much as I can and just avoid the nose flame. I think he does the nose flame 3 times. Alright, now I'll set myself up for the chest. Oh crap. Oh you got me there, Robotnik. Oh wait, maybe I have. Oh, I see you hit him on the nose. Then you duck this? Or you don't duck this! This wouldn't be so bad if I haven't been playing this game for like 3.5 hours straight. Oh, is it interesting? You know what I mean? Because you ever get to that point where you're playing a game and now you just want to beat it? You know, like you were done with it like an hour ago, but now you're just playing it just because you know you've gotten so far. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's like, come on, just let me beat the game. Just let me beat the game. Come on. Hey, what's up, Lusty Bard? How you doing? Yeah, I gotta avoid his penises here. I bet you didn't know that, but he equipped his robot with 6 robotic penises. I think he's overcompensating for something. I don't know. Good morning to you. Alright, okay, here we go. So I tap him on the nose, and then I rub his belly. That's what we do here. After he sneezes. How do you avoid that? I guess it's like you gotta be pixel perfect. Like if he's above, then you duck, and if it's below, you just jump. And it has to be the apex of the jump to get that right. Wouldn't be too bad if I had one ring though. Like I could just tank the damage, grab the ring again. If I just spin dash, will he even hurt me with that? But if I spin dash, I get 2 shots off. I mean, yeah, I guess Sonic can jump that laser, but wow. God, it's so frustrating. No, I don't want to continue. I don't want to. No. Well, at least I figured out a faster way to kill the fingers. I know, right? It's like I avoid the laser, but then I die because of like. I can't even explain how I died there. I guess, like, I didn't hit him, and I just fell through him, and then I died. Which can happen. Yeah, that's the easiest way to hurt him. Just stay here and then spin dash. There's so many ways you can just mess up in this fight. And because it's a one-hit kill fight, it's like, you can't afford to mess up. Right, here we go. I'm trying to maximize my hits when he exposes the crystal. See, like, I almost want to try to hit him again after he shoots the laser. Shit, too late. Bad mecha suits, I see. Well, if I just had one ring, this mecha suit would be easy. Like it would be dead. Oh God. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna test a little theory out. If I just spin dash, will I hurt the fingers? So I don't even have to try during the finger part? Like I can just spin dash the whole time? Here we go, here we go. Oh my God. Yeah. So this first part is pointless. It's just there to waste my time. There we go, okay. At least I can kill that form faster now. That leaves just this part, which is the part that I'm having trouble with. Shit! If it was just like you duck, but you have to jump exactly right, you know what I mean? Oh, well, game over. You know, on the plus side, though, with it being game over, now I can just start from the 13th level and make sure that at the very end I have a ring. But I have to do all those acts again, and I'm not doing that. I'm gonna play something else. I need a break.